Mhm. This one, this one's been beaten up. It's technically undervalued, man. 37 mil. Uh, It is Wednesday, my dudes. Hey, Killian. Actually, I'm kind of still feeling like bleh, but I appreciate it. Happy Wednesday. The important thing is all of you are doing well. Hey, Big Glenn, what's up, brother? What's up? Happy Wednesday. Watch the Trump recap. Okay. It was you, huh? You were the one who watched it. SFM, yeah. Yeah, that stock was growing nicely. And yeah, like we said in the video, it was just rough timing. The stock was on a run for a while, and then market started to pull back in March, April. So now you're able to get that stock at a pretty nice discounted price that it hasn't seen for a while. So yeah, SFM might work out very nicely. How's it doing today? Oh shit. New lows? Really? Huh. Interesting. S&P now red. Huh. Very interesting. Look at that. Look at that. You got to go back a year and a half to get that price. I mean, we do technically. I mean, you could see this gap right here. I mean, I guess if they really, I mean, that's a gap also. But I don't know how much they're gonna fricking destroy this company for that. I don't know if that deserves new 52-week lows, but that's just me. Again, we know a play like this, longer term, right? I mean, this is, agricultural situation. You could see over time what the stock has done. So something like this, probably going to need to give it a little bit of time. We could see this potential gap fill here, 68-ish. Um, I don't know though. I mean, again, they just beat it up. I'm surprised to see it at a low. But see, this is also dangerous as well, right? Because you got a stock down 2% and change, hitting new lows as the markets are holding and hitting highs, which is dangerous because now if the markets begin to sell off, something like this definitely filling that gap at 68. That's a given. But as we say, our timing on, pricing may never be spot on perfect. But as long as we pay attention to the fundamentals and we make, wise, smart decisions, we should work out right more than wrong. Also added SMCI and SMCX. Very good. Joey Bag of Donuts. Good morning, my friend. How we doing? Good old Joey Donuts. Truth Social. Ban the purchase of more single-family houses by large... Hey, there you go, Trump. There you go, Trump. Up. Looks like we're dropping. Put city, put city. Yeah, I know, SMCI. They're really putting that one through the ringer, man. It's very unfortunate. Hopefully it really rages going into earnings and, you know, like they're able to post, like, you know, that 10 billion mark that they laid out. I think that'd be huge for them. That would completely reignite the stock. So hopefully they're able to at least get in the ballpark, kind of those numbers. And kind of just re-show everybody, like, hey, listen, you know, we're doing business here. We got some value here. Hold on, I gotta check my account, see if I'm rich. Give me a second. Just give me one. Oh my. Nope, just kidding. Haha, gotcha. You thought I was rich. Haha. Oh, S&P be dropping. Do I try to be an animal with a spy? A spy put? I mean, I always... Terrible timing. What's today, the 7th? So we gotta go, like, with the 8th? Oh, my God. How much cash do I? I don't even have that much cash. Oh, my God. Time, come out of the closet. Oh, my God. Something like Palantir puts, Tesla puts, I mean, those would work out. We just got to make sure we actually drop and, you know, keep rejecting and keep falling. Which it kind of looks like we are. Oh, baby. Ho, ho, baby. Yep. 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 See a little pump maybe back here, and then we drop. Let's check our dollar quick. Yep, we're on the up and up, as expected. Let's go. Jump into puts. Jump into puts, my opinion. SPY, QQQ, DIA, Palantir, Tesla, puts. Oh, yeah, we like the puts. We're liking the puts here. We go. Don't forget about something maybe like VXX calls as well. Yep. Yep. Of course. Of course. Always happens. Always happens. Not surprised. Put your hand up on my hip. When you dip, I dip, we dip. Now put your hand up on my hip. When I dip, you dip, we dip. Look for the dip here. Looking for the dips. Can I buy anything with this gauge? Oh, this is interesting. It's telling me the cash is settled, yet it's on hold. Make that make sense. Random gap down. Don't think I didn't see that. Oh, baby. Of course, everything is on hold. I love it. Like, why even have an account if I can't do anything with it? Here we go now. Here we go now. Here we go now. LAC, right? This is why I was saying, right? Stock was down what? 440, 450. That's why I would always mention it. Oh, LAC, sub $5 here. You might want to grab some shit. Look at that. Up 25% already. Full point. This is why I say, right? I always used to say, you got to just make a hit list. Look at, keep an eye on a bunch of names we're talking about. And then you just wait and pick your spot. Work smarter, not harder. That's what I always say. Yeah, the Trump, again, that Trump video this time last year was just rough timing. And again, that's what I always mentioned. If you recall, that's what I was always fearful about. Because people would ask me about stocks, and I would say, listen, a lot of them look good. But if markets pull back, you're kind of going to take a hit no matter what. So you have to be prepared for that. And you can see that happen with a lot of names. So I think we had actually a pretty decent success rate, especially the way I was just, talking and amping up all of our domestic supplies and whatnot. Again, we got news with LAC. I spoke about domestic tech. We had the news with Intel. I mean, we did make technically a lot of good calls inside of the last 12 months. So I personally consider the Trump video successful. Again, it's the timing is difficult only because you have to imagine, if you were the president right now, there's a list of 1,000 things to do, right? So we may sit here and plan like, oh yeah, we should drill more oil, or oh yeah, he should, give tax credits or something to the farmers. So we can try to speculate on what should be done. And even if, let's say, he's the best guy in the world and he wants to do everything we're asking, it's going to take some time, right? I mean, you got 4 years. There's only so much you could do every 6 months, every year. So I still say overall, the gist of how, I was kind of interpreting what he wanted to do, I think I got it mostly correct. Which, again, as we say, it's easier to react than predict. So to sit someone down and say, all right, this guy's the president, what's happening in the next 12 months? I think we did a pretty good job. I think we did. And I still say, anything that we may have been a little early on, right? Like we were talking about the prison stocks. They were right near the highs, just like SFM, right? They were running, they were holding up, they were near highs. Then the market started to sell off, right? So we just had bad timing. But in general, I still think going down that road of the prison sector stocks, I still think we're on the right track. I believe it's going to work out. Yeah, we did pretty good. And we're dropping. I told you. Told you. Yeah, man, there's definitely something going around. All I've been doing is resting, and I feel like I got hit by a truck. Oh man, but it doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter. They can throw the frickin' bubonic plague at me. I'll wake up. Look at this. Still pick winners. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I'll show up 3:45. Pick a winner. Look at SB just chilling. Yeah, Fubo, huh? They've been keeping Fubo down. I guess they're just kind of waiting to see some of these Hulu numbers. That's how I'd play it, but it should be good over time. Let's see if we keep retesting the 6940. Let's see if we could break it. Should bring us to uh probably about 6920 if we see that break. Looks weak to me. Hey, Deli Bob. How we doing? How we doing? Another day, another dollar. That's what I always say. Uh, yeah, puts are up already. I still think we break lower. Again, S&P, I mean, it's only slightly red. I still like the puts. I think they're still in play. I know you like that dirty pop. Pop. I know you like that dirty pop. $14-month high. Let's check our dollar. Uh-huh, dollar keeps moving up. Look at oil, huh? That's why when it was up, right? What was it, Monday? That's why when it was up, I said, I don't think this is supposed to be up. It's been down the last 2 days. Telling you, man. I'm telling you. I might take crazy pills, but I'm not crazy. Speaking of which. Yep. Hmm. Hmm. Oh, one night. Late December back in 63. Yep. Oh, yeah. This is how I like it. Yeah, see, it drops down, looks like it makes a bearish pattern, then all of a sudden it just starts popping. I love it. I love it. What a lady, what a night. Yeah, I was gonna say, you came in, you're like, wow, good call, and look what happened, you see? See that? Damn it, Deli Bob. You know, we're trying to do something here. Unbelievable. Yeah, they're playing these games. Well, wait a minute, what time is it? Oh, see, it's 2:30. It's 2:30. See, I didn't even look at the time. See, because we know when it's 3:49, that's when it's going to work out. So we're a little early. Oh, didn't even look at the time. Yeah, don't worry. I still say this is bullshit. This is real. This is real. It should come. I mean, I guess it can come here and then reject. Doubling down. You, sir, are a fucking animal. Oh, wouldn't I? Laid this hammer back in 63. Oh, I love it. I love when this shit happens. I love it. Oh, blow it out, cherries. Yeah, fucking A, cunt. Alright, here we go. If there's one thing I do well, it's being a few minutes too early. I will wear that hat. We throwing them out and they're bleeding north to the bleeding south. Yeah, I also, you guys saw me post about that MMA stock. I want to do a little bit of research because I want to find out exactly what they do. But it did mention that they're like teaming up with like the UFC gyms and I guess performance institutes and whatnot. And again, I'm not exactly sure. We can go back, potentially read through the prospectus together. I'm just intrigued because again, I'm not exactly sure like what IP they have, what they might be doing over the next year or two, but I do recall a couple of years ago there was an issue. I know a lot of people don't watch MMA, but there was an issue. They were talking about changing the gloves because the way the gloves were designed, there were a lot of eye pokes when guys would put their arm out and test that reach. So Connor's coach, John Kavanaugh, who is apparently a part owner of this MMA as well. Again, I'm not exactly sure if they're going to like implement it, but technically he designed his own glove, and obviously the UFC didn't want to use it, right? Because then they'd have to pay him for his glove, right? Of course. But I just know, like, that's the kind of mind the coach has. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not exactly sure, like, what the business will entail, but it is very, very intriguing. It seems like it doesn't have a large float. The one thing that concerns me, of course, is it's sitting around that dollar share level, but the market cap seems pretty cheap. And again, I mean, you got Connor, you got Connor's coach behind it. I mean, a lot of people didn't think, what was it? Like his whiskey was going to be any good, right? And they ended up selling it to frickin' one of the large spirit companies, and what? He made like a couple of $100 million from his share or something like that. So that's what I mean. Like, you know, if he transitioned to businessman, now it's all about business. I think he bought like a 10% stake in the bare knuckle fighting. So he's like spreading himself out now. And I do have a feeling something like that, like with his name connected to that, with the coach, I could see good things coming, in my opinion. Early bird gets the worm, always. Come on, kryptonite. Hey, see, I got a hot tip on the next race. Go fuck yourself. Whoa, you get very emotional. Oh, baby, I love you. Wait. I wanna be with you night and day. That's funny, right? I remember talking about Under Armour. It was in that Sideways channel. Was looking for the breakup to like 13 or something. Freaking stock didn't do anything. And now all of a sudden, right? Oh yeah, we're working with Under Armour, blah blah blah, boom. I don't know, man. Those companies are still rough though, because they're still making everything overseas, man. There he is, Big Niels. I spoke to Trump. He said to name your price on Greenland. Name your price. Oh, there goes the keyboard. It's funny, I'm not even sure if it's the keyboard or if just the entire electrical situation in this house is freaking crossed and messed up. Yeah, we're taking over Greenland. I have been named the Secretary of Treasury of Greenland. And I know people might be like, whoa, whoa, that's a crazy title. But if you think about it, I mean, what do they got? Like 1,000 people over there? No problem. I can easily manage their assets. Anti-war, they said. Well, I mean, I don't know if we're starting war. We're just kind of doing whatever we want. Fucking A, baby! Yeah, that's what I mean. They got a couple thousand people over there. I could take care of them. No problem. That'd be light work right there. Yeah, they're just chilling over there. But again, we know even Greenland as it is right now, again, respectfully to them, that they don't really have, there's not much going on over there, you know what I mean? And again, it's not like, oh, we're invading, we want this land, we want this, we want that. Again, basically, I feel like he just wants to put it under the American umbrella. And technically, I mean, he is correct when he speaks about the position of it, the location of it, and how imperative it could be. Absolutely. 100%. 100%. So I understand, like, kind of where he came from with that. You know what it is? It just kind of took everyone back because no one, I feel that no U.S. president has really been, thinking like this or looking at things differently, right? If you recall, over the last several decades, we just kind of select someone and they go in, they just kind of do what they're told, right? And Trump's like, nah, you know what? I'm thinking of a couple of different ways that we can, get on top and try to do this and protect ourselves. Wow, Neil's getting upset. All right. All right. Samadana. Samadana. Yeah, no, honestly, it did kind of come out of left field, but again, strategically, I understand. Uh, I do know, unfortunately, again, I know something like that, might upset the people of Denmark, but I don't know, man. Respectfully, it seems like Europe's falling apart. It really does seem like Europe's falling apart, kind of like that whole area. So there's only like a few of you who, haven't been completely overrun. What do you mean stop generalizing? What do you mean stop generalizing? Italy went to shit. The UK went to shit. France went to shit. Germany went to shit. Belgium went to shit. Right? Sweden went to shit. You name it, it went to shit. And that's why, what was it? Who's the president? Who's that guy? Was it the president of Hungary, I think? Oh, I can't remember right now. But I know the president of Poland came out, right? And he was like, yo, we're not taking any immigrants. You come to Poland, you're going to see Polish people, right? And that's what I mean. There's only like a few places where they're like sitting there actually standing up for themselves and saying, no, we want our country to be our country. Right? I'm sure you guys saw that video going around, right? They just talking to a random guy on the street, and man, what's he say? He's like, I don't know what they're trying to do because, when I go to Britain, I want to see British people. I go to China, I want to see Chinese people. I'm not searching up shit, all right? And actions speak louder than words, so a speech doesn't matter. Listen to all the bullshit someone like Obama said, and then look at all the fucked up shit he did afterwards. Think a speech matters? Listen, all I know is you started crying about Greenland, so I just tried to, settle the situation, eh? You're very upset with Greenland. Everybody's upset. I think I might need more coffee. This shit ain't working. S&P, here we go. You may have invented Quran burning, but apparently we invented shoving the Quran in the mouth of a pig's head. Huh? Where were you on that one? Where were you on that? That's all us. I was honestly laughing my ass off at those videos. The guy's like hitting it with bacon and shit. He's slapping it with bacon, Joe. Oh, shit. That's fucking great. Uh, yeah, listen, I don't want to go down this road right now, right? We're supposed to be, stock channel. But as I always say, all of this is being done by design. So when people say things like that, I just laugh. Like, oh, you have more problems than us. Your country's falling apart. It's like you don't understand. They put their friends in control of everything to make it fall apart, right? Because you can tell if I was in control, none of this shit would be happening. You know as well as I do. So, like I said, people try to pass judgment and speak down to Americans. If you put an actual American in charge of half this shit, none of this shit would be happening. Simple logic and common sense, baby. You think if you had a whole freaking group of real Americans down at the Mexican border, they would have just let millions of random Mexicans just come in, no problem? Oh, here's a cell phone. Here, you need healthcare? What else do you need? Oh, you showing up from Somalia? Yeah, no problem. What do you need? Food stamps? Business loan? What do you need? What, are you freaking insane? I'll say it. I don't give a shit. Let them ban me. I don't care. Had enough of this shit. Yeah, you couldn't annex shit. You couldn't annex shit. Hey, it's the Tumblr. What's up, my dude? Yeah, that's true. That's true. I'm waiting for like the president of Hungary over there to say like the same thing. Like, yeah, listen, all the countries around us are freaking doing dumb shit. You know what? We're part of America now. We're over here. Take me to your leader. Take me to your leader. Oh, the dollar's shutting up for a little pop, maybe. Shutting up for a pop. Zero security reasons that we know of. You have to remember that also, right? Because no matter what country you're from, they don't tell you shit. And we know that. So who knows? For all you know, it could have been, we could have been months away from frickin' some crazy attack or some shit. Maybe that's why he brought it up. Approaching power hour. T minus 3 minutes. All right, come on. Here we go. Here we go. Show me some action. Show me some action. Am I rich yet? Am I rich? Nope. Ah, you son of a bitch. All right, that's enough. That's enough Denmark, huh? I made him an offer they can't refuse. Y'all need to hold hands, I think. We are the world. Potential descending triangle setting up, ready for the break. We are the children. The $20 tono for the USA! 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 Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Appreciate the support, Joe. You know what? This is what I'm doing. We're going to have a phenomenal 2026 together, and then I'm relocating to Greenland, aka USA squared. How about that? How about that? And there's not a damn thing anyone could do about it. USA. Oh, the break's coming. The break's coming. I'm sure it's nice over there. Was it just cold, right? I thought they say nature is the most beautiful where it's cold. Yeah, I'm an American. I like dogs. Yeah, Joe, we're gonna need you, Joe. You can weld me a sled for my dogs, you understand? What'd I say? What'd I say? What'd I say? Back and to the right. Back and to the right. What'd I say? I literally just said this 3 minutes ago. Unbelievable. I'll have all the dogs. Don't worry about me. I love dogs. I want a dozen of them. I'll name them like the frickin' reindeer. On Prancer, on Dance. I'll be mushing around the whole country. Starting snowball fights with the drunk locals. Yeah, you know you're the first person to freaking connect that tumble. I say that all the time. Good job. I'll take over the entire dog population over there. It's gonna be me and my dog crew. Just herding all the drunks into the bars. Like, yeah, get in there, get in there. D, we're doing great, man. Happy to have you. Happy to see you. Studying, fantastic. Knowledge is power. Gotta get the dog pack. Herd these damn drunks into their frickin' bars. How many bars in Greenland, you think? 1? 2? Should be light work. Joey Bag of Donuts. Our streams are educational and entertaining and profitable. Sentinel 1. No, I haven't. I have not seen Sentinel 1. Holy shit! Sentinel 1 is up. Here we go. Here we go. Back to the line. Here we go. Regardless of what they're trying to do with this frickin' thing, we know, really them as well as all the other ones, we know that these cybersecurity, these tech security companies, we know they are necessary. Because apparently, we have a bunch of them, we have a bunch of systems, and we know that cyber attacks, there are still weak points. So that's why I say, again, you know, might take a while pending which stock you specifically invest into, but in my opinion, I think there's value really in the entire sector, and I just kind of feel it's inevitable that deals are signed, contracts are given, or acquisitions are made, you know? Large company like a Microsoft could step in and just buy up, you know, 1 or 2 of these cyber security companies. Yep. I think there's value there. You know, sometimes that's, like I used to say, sometimes you just got to take a step back and just use, like, simple logic, common sense, And that's what I mean. Something like the cybersecurity sector, there's definitely value there. Because it's a necessity, right? It has to go hand in hand now. Up, okay, a little pop back to the moving average. Red can't. Let me get this volume out of here, honestly. Just bothers me half the time. Right? I gotta zoom in. I gotta be right on it. I gotta be right on it. Look at that. Okay. All right. Now I can see it. Right? Now we can see what's going on. Oh, you can't see? My bad. There you go. Get your puts here. Yeah, you guys can see, right? Yeah, okay. Perfect. A little bit more. I can't go anymore. Hey, listen, we're not all 18, Niels, all right? Some of us, the eyesight starts to go. There it is. Look at that. That's a move I could see. Actually, wait a minute. Let me see something. What was this? 6937? Oh, this baby's gonna break. This baby's gonna break. Don't buy the miners, just buy silver, in my opinion. I wanna love I can see. It's the only kind of means a thing to me. Shout out to the temps. No, not really, but I just made a good call, so I'm doing all right. Hey, 10 more ounces. Phenomenal. Phenomenal. You're welcome. I'm glad it's doing exactly what we said it was going to do. I was very, very convinced that this move in silver was inevitable. Bought some MMA. All right, Joe. All right, Joe. Yeah, we had a bunch of people mention they bought coins and whatnot. Very, very smart. Very smart. Yeah, believe it or not, Niels, you're on the right track, right? We all know that. I mean, how rarely do you buy something and then the next day, like, boom, oh, I'm up 20%, right? No. It'd be too easy if it worked like that. So the fact that it actually took a chunk down first may be a very good sign. S&P sub 6940. Got a lot of silver, beautiful. Did you see Vive buyback 2.5? No, I didn't see that. That's huge now. It's all about the silver and gold, baby. Looking to retire. Looking to retire. Yeah, silver, like I said, you know, they're going to try to pop and drop it every day, of course, to try to burn out some traders, but we all kind of see where it's headed, and I feel like the word is out. So now everyone's piling into silver. As you guys are saying, you're buying physical silver, but in general, the value of silver should kind of inevitably keep climbing. And again, conservatively, I really believe like over the next month or so, we really should see like around 100 an ounce. If it wants to pause from there, again, maybe. But the breakup again, I mean, you know, I know a lot of people online were talking like 180 an ounce. And my trend line's like 197 an ounce or whatever the heck it is. So I still like silver, whether it's short term, long term. I don't think it matters. Killian Spy puts, hey, Dubs in the chat, Shades in the chat. Hold on, I got something for you.
That was easy.
Hell yeah, it was. Hell yeah, it was. Hold on, what put do I have? Wow. Damn, my put's barely up. That's crazy. Oh no, baby, you the man. You the man. Yeah, we'll get the air horn going. I need the whole soundboard set up, really. It's Big Nick! Big Nickelodeon. What's up, brother? Yep, definitely. Get that new mic. Have it come down, lowered from the ceiling. Outstanding. Actually, yeah, we're having a great day as the S&P is now at lows of the day, sub 69.35. We're all the same, they say. Oh, you're one of those stock guys? Oh, you're one of those stock guys? Yeah, you're all the same, yeah.
That was easy. That was easy. That was easy.
Oh, and of course, let's not forget that the QQQ puts obviously are up. The DIA puts should be up a few dollars. Obviously, the VXX calls, which now just shot up, right? Those are up. Why does it taste so sweet? Just too damn good! Jelly Bob, shout out, baby. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. Palantir Shades in the chat. Dropping. Tesla almost back to break even. Only up a few points now. What else didn't we talk about? Anything else? I think that's all I mentioned. Palantir, Tesla, VXX calls. Yeah. Honestly, I mean, if you want to buy like Rivian, you know, like 20 puts, that should start dropping as well. Just an idea. Just an idea. Hmm. Alright, I bought a cheap put tomorrow. I think for like around $40 or something. So I just put in a limit to sell for like 75. So let's see if it breaks below 69.30. Again, I'm looking, I think like the last key level I want to say was maybe like 69.24, which is why I was looking for a break around 69.20. And you can see we came right down to 69.30, no problem. Shit's weak. Shit's weak. Bahama? Shit's weak. Bahama. Shit's weak. You suck. Look at this, look at this, look. Look. Can you see? Can you see what I'm looking at? Let's go, Bear Hammer, here we go. Here we go. Boo! Boo! Ah, with your bullshit. Oh, alright, it's just playing around. It's going lower. Okay. It's going lower. Okay, very good. Very good. Oh, wow. Up. People tell me it's all about the RSI. Look at that. RSI topped out. Let's go. Grab your put tip. Damn it, Joe. Alright, we gotta make big money in this community. I gotta hire an optometrist for this frickin' group. Hey, Rivian put. Rivian put. In the middle of the night, I go walking in my sleep to the river so deep, and I was looking for something. In the middle of the night, I go walking in the middle of the. Is Cop a good play with Venezuela? Yeah, I'll look. I know you mentioned it. I'll look at it. Yep, broke the metatarsal. Yep. No, I haven't really looked at anything with Venezuela. I mean, again, I just think the surplus of supply of oil should drop the price of oil, which is why I've really just been leaning towards USO puts. Not rehabbing can cause issues later. Yeah, no, 100%. 100%. I still feel to this day, again, I mean, I broke the foot, what? It was freshman year, I was like 14. So it's been like almost 25 years. But yeah, I just feel like it never fully kind of redeveloped and re-strengthened to where it was. And they say, of course, I know they used to say, like, oh, if you're going to break something, it's better if when you're younger, because your body could, regain the strength quickly. Like, I don't know. I just feel like it never got back to the way it was, and it's funny too. Now that I think about it, in baseball, especially coming out of the batter's box, you have to have such a strong push. I mean, the first foot, you're leading with the left, but you're pushing off of the right. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I just remember, again, they would clock you at tryouts, running around the bases and stuff, and I remember after I broke my foot, and I remember like trying to dig deep and grind and push off the bags and round the bases, and I just couldn't do it the way I used to. So yeah, if anything happens to your body, you should definitely do the rehab, do exercise, the stretches, everything they tell you to do, you should definitely do it. Yeah, what is this, Conoco? Yeah, Conoco. Nah, that's going lower. Yeah, but you want to buy Cop? Didn't you want... Well, maybe I'm confusing you with someone else. Thought you wanted European. Oh, no, that was Marcel. It's like 60 billion. Yeah, I don't know, honestly. I don't know if I like ConocoPhillips. I don't know if I really like any of these oil companies right now, man. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I still say, what am I saying? Honestly, believe it or not, I just really don't think oil's in play right now. I feel like we didn't hear much about like drilling. He hasn't been speaking about it. Now we randomly have the Venezuelan news. Now we have freaking millions of barrels of oil. I don't know. I don't know. I just the whole sector right now, in my opinion, just feels very, very strange. Which means, again, in my opinion, when I personally have that feeling, I wouldn't touch it. I wouldn't do anything. That's just me. They have debt of 10 billion. Who? Conoco with Venezuela? Yeah, I mean, if you're playing a situation like that, then perhaps that makes a little more sense. But I don't know, man. I don't know. Because you see, even on a day like today, right? I mean, what? Oil's down like 1.6%, right? COP was down like 2.8%. That's what I mean. They move with oil. So, in theory, you may have a catalyst setting up, which definitely makes more sense. But I just have a feeling that all of these oil stocks are going to like slowly drop here with oil. But that's just my opinion. We know something like oil freaking changes day by day, so if you did a little research, if you did a little due diligence, which it sounded like you did, and like you said, COP looks like the best to you, then hey man, trust your gut. Trust your gut. Go for it. I mean, there are worse stocks to own, right? It's a big company, 100 billion market cap, pays you a dividend. $69.30 S&P. Oh shit! Wait, did that sell? Oh, as it's dropping, we're so close. Could I be greedy and ask for even more money? S&P sub 69.30. Talking about Rivian, okay. Ah, never retract, brother. As of January 7th, the total debt Venezuela owes to ConocoPhillips is estimated approximately 10 to 12 billion. Oh. Alright, so yeah, I guess buy it. Very nice, RD. Good find, good research, brother. Yeah, that could work out nice. But we know as well, just remember, it may take even, like a couple of months before you hear about it again. Like I said, oil, I believe, I think should continue downward. Oil should continue downward, but yeah, with that news, ConocoPhillips, yeah, that makes sense for a longer term hold. So, could definitely understand why you mentioned it. And this guy's crying about Orubis. Which one, brother? Again, I understand for you Europeans. I understand Europeans finding companies like this. There's so many because they're listed on different exchanges. Do 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 do. Arubas. Arubas. Oh. Oh, baby. Is that all-time high? This is at all-time high. PE is still pretty low. Wait, hold on. The debt has gotta be insane. People forget oil was sub 40 when Trump left office, man. Why'd they cut that dividend? That's what I need to find out. Why they cut that dividend. Hold on, equity 5 billion, 18 billion last year with no debt. This stock should be even higher than where it is right now. Alright, we could check it out another time. Yeah, no, you're not that dumb. I mean, you also just brought the stock to us at an all-time 20-plus year high. But, you know, yeah, definitely good company. Good company right there. Again, trades obviously on an overseas exchange. But good mention, brother. We appreciate it. We have a good amount of Europeans in our community, actually. Yeah, yep. That's why I love my community. We got the whole world in here. Yeah, no, that's good. Good mention. Good mention. Yeah, I was mainly focusing on the underlying asset of silver itself, but yeah, apparently all those that, what, smelting, recycling, I mean, they've obviously been doing very well with this recent surge. I'm not trying to be racist, but, you know, other, white people, they're cool in my book. Look at the Dow, almost down 500 points. NASDAQ, I think, was up, what, like 100 points? Only up about 30 points right now. Slowly slipping. And I believe I said a key level was 69.24. And the S&P hit 69.2398. Up. Oh, lows of the day. Oh, absolutely, 100%. 100%. I don't know how this platform works, so I don't know. Do I have to say the N word? Am I not allowed to say the word? The big scary word. But yeah, technically when Italians first showed up legally and landed in America, they were called the N-word. That's why people look at me and they're like, oh, well, technically you're not black, so like you're a white guy. And it's like, yeah, I understand what you're saying, but we call a white supremacist right now. He ain't putting me on his team. Yeah, thank you, brother. That was a good call. It was a good call. Let's see if that put filled. Yep, put filled. Yeah, I bought it for like 39 and I originally put in 75, but then as it was breaking, I said, oh, how about like 95? And it just filled. So that's pretty sweet. We'll take that. We'll take that. Quick little flip. Yep. About 100 right now. Yep, very nice. 69.20 as expected. I really don't think you guys realize how freaking good I am. A lot came illegally, though, not by today's standards. Now, who are you talking about? The Italians? No way. Help yourself to a history book. Thank you, Killian. Love you, brother. Glad it worked out. And like we said, right? Exactly like he did. Secure some profits, leave some runners. Boom, look at that. Look at that. Unbelievable. And of course, again, we're sitting here, calls at 69.20. I don't know. You have to see if it breaks it, because if it breaks, it's going to that golden fib right there, 69.13. And then it'll spike. You understand? Then it'll bounce. But watch 69.20. This is how we do it. This is how we do it. Up. Up. S&P lows of the day still slipping. Yeah, everything should be breaking down. Hey, Dow down 500 points. NASDAQ barely green. NASDAQ is now red. We have SPY, QQQ, DIA, Rivian not yet. Palantir is down. Tesla is down. And of course, VXX calls are up. Every single call made you money. And of course, I know I wasn't here yesterday, right? But the day before, a lot of you let me know the SLV calls worked out. You had the pop the day before. The USO puts working out. Oil keeps slipping. Doing very, very, very well this week. And I'm feeling like shit, right? And I wasn't here when the market opened, showing up late and shit. A lot came undocumented. Bro, like I said, you need to help yourself to a history book, bro. There was no undocumented back in that day. I don't know what you're talking about, all right? You need to stop taking my legal ancestors who immigrated legally to America and stop grouping us in to these frickin' border jumpers, you understand? I don't want to hear that shit. Take you to Ellis Island right now. I got documentation. I don't know what you're talking about. Doesn't matter, bro. Doesn't matter. I take it personally because the Irish, the Italians came here legally. Legally. So I don't want to hear, oh yeah, they made it illegal too, some of them, you know, it's whatever. Nah. Nah. You don't change history and give BS frickin' opinions like that here. Not on my stream. Not on my stream. All of them legal. All of them. The Irish, all of them legal. All of them. Alright, this is going to be the make or break time right here. T minus 20 minutes to go. Yeah, I don't know. I think it goes even lower. I think it goes even lower. I mean, you could see the candle came up and you could see it stopped below the fib, and then you could see it tried to retest it and was seeing a rejection. There's potential double top right there. Took some apple puts. Okay, nice. I didn't even, excuse me, I didn't even check the news on it. I just know it sucks. So I always call puts anytime I see it up. No, look. 25 deliveries fall year over year. Look, that's what I mean, bro. That's what I mean. Nobody wants that freaking cause. So they can talk whatever bullshit they want. I don't care what happens. In my opinion, puts. I think they might dump it, potential climb up to the moving average, and then a drop and a rejection. So keep an eye on that moving average right there, guys. I need a few minutes, though. I need to stretch my legs. I need to get more coffee. I'll be back. Silver bells. Silver bells. Yeah, I mean, there's 5 minutes left, but you could grab a call if you want. Rivian Pudding Green. What'd I tell you? Told you, man. Stock sucks. Oh, wow. It actually looked like it was setting up to go higher, and they just freaking broke it lower. Oh, they're playing games. Oh, they're playing some games today. Oh. Told you that RSI was a little too high, huh? Huh? What did I tell you, huh? What did I tell you? Oh, dollar up? Who said the dollar was going to go up? Back and to the right. Back and to the right. I'm freaking on fire, baby. Tesla red. Palantir only up percent. Rivian puts up. All index puts up. VXX calls up. Oil puts up. Woo!
That was easy. That was easy.
With the truck backing up to the bank. Let's go.
That was easy. That was easy. That was easy. That was easy.
All day. Oh, man, I love this job. Look at that. Look at all the work I did for you guys, and look, I only made $30. Look at that. So I did it all for the nookie. Wonder why it dropped. What, the S&P? What are you wondering about? Right there. So yeah, it looked like it was potentially setting up to pop here, but it looks like a rejection coming off the fib. 355. 355 is right where we had a big green little candle here on the dollar, followed by another green candle, right? So technically, in theory, dollar goes up, stocks go down. So that's why you had the rejection, right? If the dollar would have broke and dropped down here, that would have been the catalyst to pop it above and then run it back up to 69.40 going into the close. I hope that made sense. Ding, 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 ding. Another day, another dollar. I wanna be with you night and day. Oh, I forgot to look at earnings. Who was the Applied coming out, right? Damn. Oh, drop the ball on the Applied. Look at this now. Look at this. Oh. Actually, what is the $36, huh? 8.25 billion. And they're only bringing in 85 million? And the market cap's 8.25 billion. Holy shit, look at those losses. 8.25 billion. What? What? Up. Mention that. Mention that back in the day. Bro, this stock is way too freaking high, bro. This thing should be back here. No bullshit. No bullshit. Nah. $45. What? So they spun off the cloud business, but their stock has been climbing. Wait. Okay, but no, it's amazing how many supposed data centers are being built and ready to come online all at the same frickin' time. I'm sure that won't give us an issue, right? Frickin' idiots. Oh, 8 billion. Bro, these people are crazy. These people are crazy. $8 billion, right? Think about that. That's half the value of SMCI right now. This company has, right? And they're about to report what, 80 million. SMCI earnings coming up, estimating 10.4 billion in revenue for the quarter. For the quarter. That's why, like I said, I don't care if I'm talking about a stock getting beat up, that everyone's shorting, that's in the crosshair. I don't care. I don't care. I'm going to follow the money. I'm going to follow the revenue. You know, and you guys seen over the years. Again, you know, is anything 100%? Of course not. But numbers don't lie. And by following the numbers, we have made some phenomenal calls over the years. So I'm just going to go ahead and stick to my guns on SMCI. After seeing this valuation now, I'm very curious to see what they actually report. They're trying to set it up for it to pop higher, which is honestly just insane. Tell me this stock's gonna explode to like $40 right now. Yep. Backing up. What does someone have that on their car? I don't even see a truck. Yeah, been streaming for about 2 hours. I know I jumped on in the afternoon today, but glad we made a couple of good calls. I just want to see these numbers here, then I'll probably jump off. Time to buy those 3K. What are you talking about? I forgot what I said. All right, Killian, take it easy. Good job today, man. CNX. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that one. All right. And, well, applied isn't doing anything, so we'll come back to it. Hit 44 today. Okay. Huh? 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 Look at that. Look at that. The bounce. And look, the little setback right there. Almost got it perfect. Almost got it perfect. But yeah, that's why I was saying when we saw the numbers and we saw them tanking it down here into the mid, the low 30s. That's why I was saying like the numbers weren't that bad. And the frickin' thing insta V bounced. See, this is what I mean. This is why I say numbers don't lie. And you notice when we talk about a company and we make the argument that it's undervalued, even if we're early and we do see that drop, again, you see something like this where you have that insta recovery. Reason being, again, is because the numbers are there, the value's there. So even if they bring it down, they're going to have to bring it back up, at least kind of to where it was. Well, I immediately mentioned it after hours. And there were people who bought that dip after hours, and then as you see, they were instantly up 10-15%. So there were people who flipped it right away and then re-entered. I think it'll be good. Frickin' dollar even higher, huh, since the close. Telling you. Yeah, silver, like I said, they're day by day now. They're popping it, they're dropping it, but the upward move, I think, seems inevitable. And again, right, we were watching this trend line. I was showing it was still above it, and you can see it had a strong bounce off of it. And you can see this didn't engulf, right? It's not. It's a weaker candle, and it's still above this top trend line. Which means again, even if one more day, if it drops down again, in my opinion, it's going to go even higher, and it's going to continue this upward trend here of making these higher highs, bouncing off this line. I know what I know. And again, I'm usually right more than I'm wrong, so I stand by my analysis. I have not looked at BB today. Wow, actually looks like it curled up and is ready to pop back up above right there. Oh, yeah. Again, even if they bring it here, 360s to the low of the range, I still like BlackBerry. We had the good news after we first found it. Stock ran up to 5. Again, when I first mentioned it, the stock was like close to this level. It was like 360. And since then, we've gotten good news. So if I liked it here at 360, I like it here at 380, 370, 360. It's a given, in my opinion. Tightening, yep. Yeah, you're obsessed with this stock. It's fine, brother. It's fine. Gotta stop looking at your negatives, bro. It's a tale as old as time, man. You go back, you look at Fubo. Every time it went down, people wanted an explanation. What's going on? Do you still like it? And then it exploded. Soundhound went down. Oh, what's going on? What's happening? Do you still like it? And then it exploded. Yeah, I do still like B&G. I don't know how they just chunked it down. Dividend. Yeah, MMA. This is a company again. I want to check the prospectus because I don't know exactly like what IP they have in the pipeline or what they're planning on exactly doing. But recent news we can see raised 3 million private share sale backed by American ventures Donald Trump Jr. bought some of the shares, and we have Conor McGregor and his coach, man named John Kavanagh, are part owners of this company as well. And you can see MMA secures landmark UFC gym deal as BJJ Link becomes the engine of growth, signs 2-year advisory deal with Trump Jr., strategic advisor, Trump Jr. Look, see, and then I see something like this. MMA Inc. announces record-breaking signups for first calendar quarter and 192% year-over-year growth. Launch of 30 programs across 4 countries. So, I mean, again, it's speculative. I'm a little on edge because of the price that it's right here around the dollar level. But you can see when they beat it up and brought it down sub-dollar, they insta-spiked it back. So, I don't know if they're going to let it decline and force a reverse split. Market cap right now, again, is only 14 million, and we're not talking about a lot of shares at all. Yeah, but I don't know. I like it. I think it's very interesting. Well, I like it because it's small. I like it because of Donald Trump Jr. news. I think it's pretty good. I like it because it's a big growing sport sector right now. MMA is growing like a weed. I like it because of the again because of the players behind it. We have Conor McGregor, we have his coach, and like I mentioned, I'm not exactly sure what revenue or IP. I'm not exactly sure how it's going to pan out, but it seems like we got some good updates recently. And again, I'm looking at the valuation. I think that's very cheap. Not to be a schmuck, I'm not trying to blow the guy, but believe it or not, I mean, Conor McGregor himself being behind the company is worth more than $14 million in and of itself, in my opinion. In my opinion. You know, people could bash his character all they want, but again, I mentioned the whiskey. So his name is out there, you know, he's a brand name, he's a big face. But again, I also mentioned about the gloves that his coach designed. So I don't know. Again, I'm not exactly sure how this is all going to pan out, but in general, again, it may be a gut feeling. I see value here. Ah. I see. Damn, do they really? Hmm. Yeah, I could see that. Oh, I could zoom in. Oh, pain in my ass. Subscription driven business. Tokenized rewards. Seek to enable the community to get paid to train. Get XP and crypto rewards for training and engagement. Ah, interesting. Under the agreement, UFC Gym receives 70% and the company 30%. That's actually a big chunk. Conor McGregor, yep, 3-year agreement to promote the company. Yeah, you know what I think it is too? I'm gonna tell you what I think it is too. I think, believe it or not, I think Conor McGregor actually would take something like this very, very seriously, and he would push for it to work out, and I'll explain why. Um, just a little background: Conor McGregor, obviously, big name in the mixed martial arts space, and a lot of people, including him and even Dana, say that if it wasn't for Conor McGregor, they wouldn't have received. Uh, and really, okay. As I was saying, yeah. So he was obviously a huge name. People make the argument he's the reason why they got offered billions of dollars for the UFC, and basically what he wanted to keep fighting. He wanted a piece of the company. He felt that just a chunk of millions on fight night was not enough. He thought he brought more to the table. He wanted equity in the company. They said no. Then what does he do? All of a sudden, we find out he takes 10% ownership stake in BKFC, bare knuckle fighting. Now, as we just saw, we found out he has a 3-year agreement with this company to be one of the leading faces, and apparently he's holding 700,000 units. So now if you're a businessman, if you missed out on the whole equity stake in something as big as the UFC, and something like, 5-10% could have turned into hundreds of millions of dollars, he sees the writing on the wall, you understand? So now a stock ownership situation connected to something like this, in my opinion, he's going to go balls to the wall to make sure it works. And just like something like BKFC, now he got in kind of near the ground floor, 10% ownership, and hopefully you look for the same kind of thing that happened with the UFC, right? You give it a couple of years, you let it keep growing, you let it keep generating revenue, then, maybe someone comes, oh yeah, I'll give you, $1.5 billion for bare knuckle. Oh, okay, deal. What happens? Well, McGregor had 10%, right? So now he just made $100-something million just because he had equity. So that's what I think. I think he's very salty that they didn't let him get on the boat with the UFC. So now I think that's why I think something like this MMA with his name tied to it, with units in his account, I think it could work out very, very well. And again, even if we're talking a bump on one or two catalysts, or if it gets trending on social media, even if we talk about a run up to about, 90, 100 million market cap, you're talking like $7 a share. Yeah, no, Kana just made it so much more exciting. I mean, a lot of the highlights he had, and of course, all the crap he talked on the mic. He just brought like that X factor. Yeah, well, they've been holding a lot of events, like in the Middle East. They were doing a lot of events in like France and stuff, so sometimes we have fights here in the States at weird times too, so they try to make everyone happy. But yeah, he was good. He was good. People were just drawn to him, man. They wanted to hear the trash talk. I think it's the accent too, right? If he was from like any other country, people would be like, this guy's alright. But you just have some wild Irishman on the mic and you're like, this guy's hilarious. But yeah, that's why I'm thinking, like I said, now if we're moving towards the wealthy businessman side of McGregor, right? He was even getting serious. He was in talks of, he was running for president of Ireland, right? So that's what I mean. I think we've kind of moved away from the fighter. Now we're going to see just the regular man, the businessman, maybe politician down the road. But this is why I think he's going to build up his wealth and then maybe even go back for the presidency of Ireland. But I believe I think he wants to be a billionaire. And that's why he's got a couple of $100 million from the whiskey and stuff. And I think he wants $100+ million payday from his 10% BKFC stake. And of course, if something like this becomes a $1 billion company, then yeah, his 700,000 units, as we saw, is going to be worth a very pretty penny. Yeah, the Khabib fight was great. Honestly, it's a shame though. We didn't even get the fight we deserved. Because I know people are going to say, well, no matter what kind of Conor McGregor showed up, Khabib was going to win. And I can understand that. But people forget, McGregor made a boatload of money. He randomly took that hiatus from MMA and he was doing boxing with Mayweather, and then he was even in talks, I think, to fight like Pacquiao, but that fell through. So then he took the fight with Khabib. Like, even if you watch the fight, he's like very flat-footed. He was in there for like a brawl. He was still in boxing mode. And it's just unfortunate because even if Khabib still won, it bothers me that like McGregor's mind and heart wasn't in it at the time. And if he never took the Mayweather fight and we had like real Conor versus Khabib, it would have been even more spectacular than what we got. But what are you gonna do? But yeah, I like this MMA. I like this MMA. Applied. We did we get numbers? We didn't get numbers. That's today, right? Today. Looks like it's setting up for a pop. Alright. Whatever. That's enough. That's all I have to say today. I appreciate you guys hanging out. Appreciate your support. Appreciate your time. Hope everyone had a good day. Oh, yeah. Try to get on a little earlier tomorrow, and we will pick up where we left off. Love you guys. Especially you, Niels. I love you. You're a sweetheart. But you guys have a good evening. If you need me, I'll be in Discord. Alright. See you later. Bye.